which therapist you need.
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Therapy Thursday is popping up in here where we actually talk it out, work it out, help you work through some of your woes with the brilliance in the room.
Yes.
That was an intro for Davi.
Yeah,
You know how Davi claims.
We knew. You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Come on, Meredith.
Okay.
Dr. Davi, you ready?
I'm ready.
Meredith MD, you ready?
I guess.
I'm Orlando. I can walk you through a few things, too. All right? 888-429-0941. You want to call or text, get it in. What we got?
Okay, this is for all the doctors. This just came in. Good morning. Last night, the mother of my child went through my phone, and I was caught with an app that had photos of many women on there. Two in particular were a female she questioned me about in the past and if I have ever did anything with them when we first got together, which I answered no. Obviously, it was a lie. Now I'm caught, and she's extremely pissed off. She threatened to break up and leave me. What should I do in this situation? Please help me. I should also note that yesterday was her birthday.
Oh, damn. Oh, well, okay, it's worse.
Yeah.
Whatever we gonna give you just got worse.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got to be okay. If you're writing us, that means that you're trying to fix it. So that means it's worthwhile to you. It's valuable to you. If it's valuable to you, it's time for you to be truthful. Like, you tried the lie didn't work. Now let's try the opposite. Give her the truth.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
Might as well.
Beg for forgiveness.
You have nothing to lose. She knows now.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
knows you lied.
Yes.
So now you're trying to keep her.
Yeah.
So now you have to fall on your sword and say, hey, here's the deal. I didn't know how you would respond. I didn't want you to know that I was, I had dealt with those people that you had an issue with. So I'm going to tell you straight up, yeah, I did deal with them. I'm not dealing with them now or whatever. But be honest. Whatever it is, however that story rolls out, it's time for you to be honest if that's what you want. If you want her, you're losing her now with what you're doing, so change the game.
Can I be toxic for 1 second?
Go ahead.
You could always flip the script on her and make it about her checking her phone. And now you mad at her.
Right.
Sometimes I have faith in you, Davi.
Damn, Davi.
And then sometimes I don't.
It's not good advice, but it's
Let's
there.
go with Orlando's advice.
I mean, no.
I'm gonna pick
listen,
that one.
As a G, I like his advice.
No.
But I thought we were trying to help the man.
We're trying to be mature here. You got caught. You were lying. And you're hiding pictures of other women in your phone. Not
I mean,
cool.
that ain't a crime.
Not
What I'm
cool.
saying is you got caught. That's the crime.
On her
So now,
birthday.
but if you caught with the police catch you, now it's time to either tell the truth or just take your punishment.
Right.
Your
Yeah.
punishment is not having her no more. So do you want that or do you want the opposite? Now,
Right.
you can combine my advice and Davi's advice and say, listen,
No.
I have to be honest with you because I don't want us to be in a situation where we're looking into each other's phones
Orlando.
because that's an egregious thing and I don't want us to be living that way. So I was wrong. And you were wrong.
No, give me your
Hon-
password
Yeah,
then.
you were
Give me your
wrong.
password then.
Honestly,
I
you
won't
just have to
check it.
beg for forgiveness and put it on her to see how you can make it right. There's no timetable. It's not something that she's going to get over quickly.
Jeez.
Don't discount the fact that you ruined her birthday. That's going to make it a lot worse.
For real.
Yeah, you better do something extra sweet this weekend or next weekend.
Out the 813, I got one for you, O.
All right.
It says, how do I balance having 2 full-time jobs 6 days a week, 16 to 18-hour days between both jobs, and being a dad to 2 daughters? I find myself driving myself crazy trying to balance everything together. Help.
All
of
right.
people go through this.
My advice is your kids didn't ask to be here. You brought them here.
Mm-hmm.
So going crazy or driving yourself crazy is part of the job. That's part of the job. And now I will tell you that you are hustling like extra. Your hustle is just, epic as far as 2 full-time jobs, but it does put a burden on you. So now you got to maximize the time that you aren't working. Make sure that you're doing stuff with them. If you're working 6 days out of the week and you still got to rest, that day 7, sorry, you can't rest. That was for God. You got to take that day 7 and make sure that it's a great experience with them, and they'll look forward to that. Your kids just want regular. They want, consistency. They want your attention, and make sure that they understand that day 7, it might make you tired for the rest of the week, but that day 7, when you do something great with them, this is a result of daddy working so much. So, they don't have to know price tags, but they just know that the time away from them concentrate on them understanding that the time away from them is because you're doing for them.
Quality time when you are together or making that moment special
Yeah,
and memorable.
absolutely. But when
That's
you
what you
got a
should be
free
focusing
day,
on.
make sure you plan everything, and make sure your kids don't have surprises. Let them know your work schedule so they
Yes.
know where you are. And honestly, like I said, driving yourself crazy is a part of parenting. Meredith is half crazy because she
Yeah.
got 2 kids.
Yes.
I'm half crazy. I got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Dobby walk around sane as hell. So there's something
too.
there's something up to
Yes,
this.
yes.
I don't know. There's something up to this. Meredith, you're up. It says, Meredith, I have a question.
Yes.
How do I get my man to understand that women should not be hitting him up on his phone? If we are supposedly in a relationship, that means that everyone else is shut down. Seeing messages makes me feel like makes me feel like I'm making a fool of myself. How do I get him to understand?
Okay, no, he's making you look like a fool. I've been in this situation before, and it's unfortunate, but when you're with somebody that actually puts up those boundaries and doesn't allow those situations to happen, which is what a man or woman should be doing, because I shouldn't be getting text messages like that on my phone. I have a partner, and I'm committed to that partner, and if that was happening, I would put my foot down, and that's how you should be explaining to your man. If you are in a committed relationship with me, I shouldn't have to tell you this. Are you mature? Are you a grown-ass man? Like, you need to put your foot down.
But you have to make sure that those messages are like they could be innocent. You're still allowed, if I'm not mistaken, to have friends, female friends, right?
Right, but these women are.
She just
it
said
looks
hit
like
up,
a crossing the boundary.
She just said hit up the phone.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that he's crossing the line.
Right.
Right.
For sure. Then you exactly.
Then run with Meredith.
But, okay,
Exactly.
but since we amen in her reading, I gotta add something too.
Sure.
Dale.
You said if you got a message, it would be wrong. But you've been with Anthony for what, 8, 9,
Right.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People know.
You've vetted that out. We don't know how long they've been together. There's a certain buffer of time. When I
Sure.
get with you,
Sure.
I might not have put out a press release.
I get that.
These other chicks that is like, oh, every summer I hit him for some nasty.
No.
And now they hitting you.
Every summer. Every summer.
I mean, there's some what, Dobby, there's some people who come through.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They come
pull
back.
up, they
Summer
come
vacation.
through. They boomerang around. So if she's coming through and you are in a new relationship, she might not have got the word yet. So
Right.
let's not prosecute every dude out there, because there should be maybe give him 18 months to 24.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Absolutely
to make
not.
sure that all those people get the word out.
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Listen, you can listen to them if you want, but after a certain amount of time, if it's not a new relationship, you should be with somebody that wants to be with you.
Okay, well, listen to us.
I know.
Give him a buffer. We got G on the line. G, what's going on this morning?
Hey, what's up, freak? First time caller.
Hey,
first time caller.
Welcome to the Freak Show. What you got for us?
All right, here's the deal, man. Married about 7 years now with 2 kids.
Mm.
So I'm from the Caribbean. My wife from the Caribbean also. So when I first came up here, my wife basically was just, before we got married, she was just living in a apartment with just a couch, a TV, and a bed. So I came up, put her on game, started working 2 jobs and everything. Now we have our own home, 2 kids. Financially, we're stable, perfect credit score and everything. So now my mother-in-law, who never liked me, she's about to come up now.
Uh-oh.
Always try to split us up. So my wife had put in for her, so she's about to come up. But my wife was hiding it from me because she knew of our relationship. I already see this going south. I already see that. Because she does everything her mom tells her. So I already know where this is heading. My problem is that everything that I've worked so hard for, that my mother-in-law will be the one to gain from it. Because anything, I'm ready to just leave with the clothes on my back. Because I want to make sure my kids are good. That's my main focus. My kids are well taken care of. So I'm willing to leave everything for my wife. But my problem is that my mother-in-law going to benefit from my hard work.
All right, here's the deal. Here's what I hear. I hear she's hiding information from you, which is wrong. You have an issue with her mom, which is always going to be her mom. Like, so she's gonna have to respect you and the contributions that you're giving the family enough to not sneak things by. Y'all are partners. It's gang. You and her are damn near gang members. Y'all are got each other's back, and it's us against the world. You need to reiterate that to her, and she needs to reiterate that to you. But now when mom comes, that's still her mother. You got to put some respect on her name and try and make that relationship work because of your wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, and it's going to be a hustle, but it's worthwhile if she can say, you know what, I see you trying with my mom because I know that you and her don't have a good relationship. So that pairing of you and her has to be above all things. Like, when kids come to great situations when the parents are on the same page. You guys become team, and nothing else can break that up. Moms, kids, or whatever.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, is she coming to live with you guys?
Yeah, well, at first I told my wife that I give your mom like a year to get herself sorted out, and then she got to be on herself.
That's
But
a
my
long
long
wife
year.
don't
That's a
want
long
that.
year, bro.
Well, I mean, and
My wife-
look, think about it this way, though. You have a lot of skill at putting this together. You gave her a good home. Why don't you work on helping mom get out faster? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see moms coming. They didn't tell you. Now start trying to find some sort of good places and options for her. Now, she's going to have to stay with you for a while to find something good. But now you just put all your efforts into trying to get her somewhere that's comfortable so, you know, she has a good option. And then that's, again, going to reiterate the fact that I'm doing this for your mom because she's important to you. I haven't gotten there yet, but you, my wife, I'm looking out.
I would also think that a one-on-one conversation with your mother-in-law would be beneficial.
Clear the air.
Don't discount that. Maybe the way she looked at you in the past has changed now that she's seen all these accomplishments, not just you personally, but you guys as a family. Maybe she's going to look at you in a different light.
Gee, you look at that lady in the face and say, I know we ain't had a good relationship, but I hope the fact that I've built something up for our family here and I'm taking good care of your daughter means something to you, and I'd love to help you find some place to be here so you can be a contributor to our family. That, I think that would touch her. And if she, you know, if you don't trust her, she got a knife behind her back, just don't turn your back on her.
Stab.
All right? You know what I'm saying? I think you got an option, though.
I've tried that. The problem is she got someone else she wants for her daughter.
Oh,
Well, she's got to get over
well,
that, especially she's going to be
she
living
gotta
in
let
your
that
house.
go. Yeah, you here. This is my house.
Give her
This
another
me.
chance.
Yeah, you trust me.
Talk
When
to
she
her.
when she show up and she see all that you're doing,
Yeah.
she's gonna pay attention. And if your girl is happy, and this is again, you got to do things to make her happy. So you've gotten her,
I got
you got her comfortable, but now give her mom some respect. Show that there's some growth there. She's gonna see because she's with you for a reason. She chose you. You know, old pimp say you chose me.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, yeah, you got to tell mom your daughter that you raised chose me. So back up.
Tell
And that's
mom
it.
that you know somebody that could cancel her visa if she don't act right. Just kinda hold that
Yeah,
over her
we'll
head.
make a phone call. We'll do that for you, Pimpin'. All right, we appreciate you, man. All right, let's see. We got Robert on the line, and he says this is for the room. Robert, what you got?
All right. Just to give you a little background, my wife and I moved into our camper, I don't know, about a month ago.
Okay.
Obviously, rent's ridiculously high. So, best resort, we own a brand new camper, might as well live in it. I'm a minimalist. All I need is a place to put my head, place to take a shower, place to cook my food. I just need clothes for work and little personal stuff. My wife is a hoarder. And when I mean my wife is a hoarder, I have a 10 by 15 storage unit that is packed
Ooh.
full
Ooh.
with we got rid of all our furniture because it was old furniture. How is it that I can get my wife or talk my wife into getting rid of some of these stuff that, there's no monetary value. Yeah, I get maybe there's some sentimental value, but there is stuff that she's keeping that we don't need.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, bro,
I've been
so
there.
Hoarders is one of my favorite shows, and they usually need therapy because the logical, hey, we don't need this doesn't work when somebody has that mindset. We threw this away, we're downsizing to the camper. That is very rational and is very much not going to work. At least from the show, you always need to seek professional help.
You can
because-
watch that show,
Yeah.
or may I recommend this? Put this on if if you have Netflix. It's called Sparking Joy. And it's all about decluttering your house. This, honestly, watching just a few episodes changed the way I view keeping stuff and not hoarding and not holding on to so many memorable things. Put on an episode or two, I'm telling you, and she can help her learn at the same time.
It's not just the memorable thing. It's if we have one of it, there's 7 of them.
You're thinking too rationally, bro.
Yeah, it's irrational.
You're looking at this clearly.
Yeah.
She's not. But I will tell you this, Robert. You said it on the first line. You said, I'm a minimalist, and my wife is a hoarder. Robert, I hate to explain this to you, but you married a hoarder. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is who she is. So you have to now, put some respect on her title. Same way we respect your minimalist, you got to respect her hoarder because that's your wife. You married her. You brought her to the party. Now, what you need to do is maybe sit down with her and say, hey, babe, so I think we maybe want to downsize our storage unit because we are trying to save. So how about me and you spend a weekend and we go in there and we look at some of the stuff so we know what we want to make sure we keep. Mm-hmm. And like make her look at it that way. She'll see it differently. And maybe she won't. Maybe this might be a therapy situation, but at least you're not looking at her with that judgment. Hoarders also shut down people because they feel that you're judging them and you don't understand. So instead of saying, let's throw all this crap out, like say, oh man, I want to make sure we don't lose those photo albums that we got in there. And now you start to pinpoint some stuff that she's like, yeah, I don't want to lose that stuff. And then the newspaper articles, the 7 cat magazines and all that other stuff can go to the garbage, but you'll get some cheaper storage and she'll get some respect on her part of it.
Yeah.
One of my best friends went through this with his grandma, and it seems to get worse over time, too. It's not something that gets better.
So when we first got married, I did not know. She had 3 storage units originally.
Ooh. So you're doing good.
You got her down to 1. Here you go. This is progress.
It's
We
improvement.
love it.
Yeah.
Over the last 5 years, I've done that. Like, all right, we go a couple months, and then finally I get her like, hey, let's go to storage, and let's go through some of this stuff. Because there's stuff, I mean, I have found, and thank God it's not recently, but in the past, I found that she was keeping mail, junk mail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
It's just,
Situation.
that's a therapy situation. Do you still work?
Oh, yeah. I own my own tile company, and my wife works for a title mortgage company.
Okay, so you know what? Then I would say the employee assistant program like we have at work here, they have therapy that's free hours, that you can go in and talk to somebody. I think that's
I've been trying to get her to do that.
Then do
you know
it.
what? Then say, hey, how about we go together? Because this is both of us. It's not just you. And make sure, again, the way you talk to somebody who has something that they're struggling with makes their defenses either come down or go up. So I'm telling you, when you referred to it and said, man, she had 3 and blah, 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 just make sure you don't have that judgmental disdain in your voice so you don't push her into feeling territorial about it.
Tell her the therapist is at the storage unit getting ready to throw her stuff away.
She'll haul
Don't you listen to Donnie. Don't listen to Donnie. But go with her and say, hey, I want us to sit down with somebody so we can make sure these are quality times here. And I feel for you, bro, but I think you can make yourself through this. Make your way through this, all right?
Yeah, let us know what happens.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
All right, man. Damn, Meredith, I thought you was gonna lead that one because he said he was in a trailer and a camper.
Hey.
You grew up in a van.
I didn't grow up in a van.
I mean, you rode around the country in a van.
It was in an RV.
Yeah.
My boy's grandma was a hoarder, and she had a collection of like flower pots and vases all through the house. It was so much.
So when
junk.
anybody sent her flowers, she would never throw away that vase because of the memory.
Her whole life, she had flowers from the 70s probably.
That's crazy because I talked to my mom yesterday and her Mother's Day flowers. She's like, I got these pretty vases. What you want me to do with it?
Throw them in the
and
trash.
I was like, Mom, you can do whatever. She's like, I'm not gonna throw those away. And I said, well, I'm gonna send you more flowers.
Right.
And she's like, well, I'm gonna do something with them because I used to have a lot of plants.
Yeah, it's called Goodwill.
Yeah.
It's called bye.
Bye.
Can I read a text real quick? It's just a follow-up. I know we're short on time. It says, I text a couple months ago about if I should stick around with my girlfriend getting pregnant by someone else while we were broken up. Well, it turns out it's mine. But the last 9 months I've been on a hoe tour. Should I tell her before it comes up or just let it live?
Oh, my.
They broke up, though,
God.
right?
They were broken up when she got pregnant.
We were on a break.
So he thought the baby was somebody else's, but they've been together. But he thought the baby wasn't his, so that's why he went on a hoe tour.
He had a guilty conscience.
Correct.
That's what it was. He was out there hoeing, and she turned up pregnant and kind of projected that on her.
Okay, but
I don't know how to go
so
through this.
it's his baby.
Yes.
But they were on a break when he was hoeing around.
I say don't tell her, don't lie. Don't bring it up. Don't volunteer the information. If it comes up,
Don't
Plausible
lie.
deniability.
Don't lie.
That's
Yeah,
it. Don't
there you
lie
go.
about it.
Don't lie,
But
but don't offer no information
Yeah,
either.
what information?
Yeah, you like I was on a whole tour. Eliminate that from your
Wow,
vocabulary.
yeah, let's not do that.
Don't ever say that to nobody else. Okay? Just trust us with that. Don't say it to nobody else. All right? Therapy Thursday is a wrap.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Oh my God, we helped so many.